Coming up, a new program here in Northern Arizona to help families in need. We'll tell you the details. Plus, we'll get you prepared for the winter storm that's coming in tonight. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Cristiana Ramos.
And I'm Mitchell McKenzie. Thanks for tuning in. Well, here in Northern Arizona, a big storm is on its way, and it's always a good thing to be prepared. The county is teaming up with NAU, local emergency services, and law enforcement to keep the roads clear, but a travel advisory warning has already been issued for Thursday and Friday.
The Flagstaff Unified School District has canceled classes for Thursday, and Coconino County is also opening an emergency operations center and preparing emergency shelters in Flagstaff, Williams, and Forest Lakes in case they become necessary.
NAZ Today's meteorologist Lee Bourne joins us in the studio and tells us about the storm that is hitting us later tonight. Lee?
Well, the storm system certainly has been well advertised, and it's still on track and just moments away from really bearing down on us here across northern and central Arizona. Here we take a look at it on the Pacific satellite. Here we are in Arizona. Notice the storm just diving right out of the Gulf of the Gulf of Alaska up here. Very cold air on its way in. We're going to see snow all the way down to valley floors across northern and central Arizona. If we take a look at the warnings map from the National Weather Service, I've never seen so much pink across all of northern, central, eastern Arizona. Everybody under winter storm warnings beginning this evening, going all the way through Friday night, as the storm system is going to be very slow moving storm with severe impacts across the region. If we take a look at the timeline and some of the snow totals with this, heavy snow, significant snowfall due for the entire region from late tonight, and the heaviest snowfall goes from tomorrow into Friday morning. Accumulations all the way down to 3,000 feet, and we continue with snow showers all the way through Friday into early Saturday morning, 1 to 2 feet. Type totals all across the region, even some areas of 3 feet. We'll break this storm down a bit more later in the show. Guys, back over to you.
Coconino County Public Works closed a 7-mile stretch of Lake Mary Road this afternoon to prepare for the coming snowstorm. Traffic will be detoured west of Mormon Lake Road, leading around the lake, passing through Mormon Lake Village. The closure will remain in effect until the weather improves and the road is cleared. Some visitors to the Grand Canyon may have been accidentally exposed to radiation. The park is investigating whether anyone was exposed to unsafe levels of uranium ore in 5-gallon buckets that were stored in the museum collections building about a half-mile from the south rim. About 550 people visit the building each year, mostly by appointment. The buckets of ore have been removed, and officials plan to set up a hotline for anyone who thinks they may have been exposed.
Flagstaff police are on the lookout for an individual who robbed the 1AZ credit union at the corner of Beaver Street and Butler Avenue. The man is being described as being 25 to 40 years old, white male with facial hair, and was unarmed. Sergeant Charles Hernandez of the Flagstaff Police described that incident that occurred.
About 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, the individual walked in with a scarf over their face, winter clothing, and presented a note demanding money. At that time, it was reported that no threats were made and no weapons were observed by the staff at the bank.
If you have any information, please notify Flagstaff Police directly or through Silent Witness.
Coconino County has just launched a program that helps families in need. The program has served over 4,000 children since its initial launch in 122 churches who have enrolled in Arizona. I got in touch with the program partners to find out how it will impact the Coconino community. Care Portal is a program that initially launched in 2015 in Pima County. It is in partnership with a bigger project called AZ 127 that provides a solution to the foster home crisis in Arizona.
So the way Care Portal works, it connects the churches in the community with our families in need. And the eventual long-term goal is for these families to build a lasting relationship with the churches So in the future, they don't need DCS involvement, and they can rely on the community.
Care Portal is an online website that families can visit to request help from the Department of Child Safety, which is a partner in the program.
What happens on our end is, in Arizona, the case managers will identify a need. They'll submit a request online. It'll get filtered through the regional point person, so like myself. And then the request is sent out to all of the churches in a predetermined radius of where that family's zip code is.
After the request is sent to the local churches, they can quickly go to work finding a solution.
Say there's a birth family that needs a bed for their child, and they're working with DCS, and there's fear maybe of removal or something like that because they don't have the adequate resource. The DCS caseworker can simply go on to this online portal and type in the need. That need then gets blasted out to the local churches that are Care Portal churches, and then it goes and siphons down to all of our people and our local ministries, and then they can just click a button and say, hey, you need a bed? We got the bed, right? You need food? We have food. You need clothing? We have clothing.
But there are some guidelines of the service DCS provides.
As far as our guidelines about what kind of needs that can be met, the biggest one is that we don't provide direct financial assistance. So you can't do cash, gift cards, utilities, anything that could be obtained through another government agency like DES. We try to stay away from those things, and we focus on strictly physical needs.
The goal of Care Portal is to better connect community resources so they step in when the government can't.
So it's not like, hey, let us come in from the outside and we'll fix you. It's, hey, you're part of this community, you are our neighbor, we're called to love you and also learn from you in the midst of it. And so I think there's just this move to treating human beings as human beings are meant to be treated with dignity and value.
Pastor Vince Garvey says he's aware that some families may be embarrassed to ask for help, but he says there is nothing to be ashamed of, and he wants the community to know they are valued. If you or a family you know is in need, you can visit careportal.org.
Well, a local landmark is gone, a victim of time and weather. The Wheeler Park Bridge next to the Flagstaff Public Library had to be taken down.
It was a special place for many people from Flagstaff, but it was deemed unsafe last year. NAZ Today's Michaela Clark tells us about the unique way people will be able to remember the good times.
Memories. That's what the Wheeler Park Bridge was to many.
Our first date was in Wheeler Park.
The old wooden bridge stood here for more than 3 decades, connecting Wheeler Park to the public library. But it was leaning due to a dry rot condition and ultimately taken down because of the Rio de Flag flood control project. The city manager challenged park supervisors to do something interesting with the salvageable pieces. They cut them up, put a city stamp on them, and handed them out to people with memories.
Pick out whatever 1-foot piece you would like.
Wheeler Park was dedicated to Roland Wheeler in 1984. About 15 years before he passed away. He was Flagstaff's mayor in the 60s and a councilman, teacher, coach, and counselor before that. Wheeler's granddaughter, Cabrina Weems, says she was sad to see the bridge go, but was happy to find out her family could have a piece of the Flagstaff landmark.
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, when we heard that they were going to be doing this, it just meant that we could take a piece of it with us and we'll keep it forever.
It is clear the old bridge holds memories for many people in Flagstaff.
We were West Side residents back in the late 80s when the bridge first went in, and that was a fun place to head down to the park and go across the bridge on their scooters.
Flagstaff's centennial photo was taken on the bridge in 1994.
That's the memory that I have of the bridge. Of course, I visited it many times. My daughters run across it back and forth to get to the park and to the library too. But this day really has a special memory.
For now, people will have to wait to make more memories while crossing the Rio de Flag. The bridge will not be put back up because of a flood control project.
When the Rio de Flag flood control project does come in and is constructed, we will see a change there. What that looks like yet, don't know. And then I think that will give an opportunity for city parks to figure out what we could do on top.
Now, the scene of so many memories is a memory itself. Michaela Clark, NAZ Today.
If you are hoping to get a piece of the bridge, it is a bit too late. The souvenirs were handed out recently on a first-come, first-served basis. Coming up, meet this week's Athlete of the Week, a girls basketball star. Stay with us.
Cash in the dash at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. Every new Chevrolet will have an envelope in the dash with a card inside, letting you know how much cash you will receive when you purchase your new Chevrolet. $1,000, $2,000, up to $6,500 in extra cash when you purchase your new Chevrolet. Cash in the dash.
Hi, I'm Mark Harris, owner of Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. I guarantee to beat anybody's price or you'll receive $500. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. No pressure, no hype.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Welcome back. It's Wednesday, which means it's time to highlight our high school athlete of the week.
This week we highlight Kiana Manuelito for the Coconino girls basketball team. NAZ Today's Raj Gallardi has the details.
Kiana Manuelito is a lifelong basketball player whose influence to play came from a very familiar source.
I would say my dad and my mom. They're really big on sports.
Coconino head coach Martin Reyes believes Manuelito's value reaches beyond the basketball court.
Kiana's a wonderful young lady. She works hard on the basketball court. She works hard in the classroom. She does good things. She's a nice, good-mannered lady that's always fun to hang out with.
But on the court, Manuelito is one of the Lady Panthers' primary weapons.
She's our main offensive threat, and we don't want to put pressure on her, but when she sees the basket, she's got to shoot. That's a good option for us as a basketball team.
Coach Reyes saw something special in Manuelito and granted her huge opportunities early on.
Last year as a freshman, we brought her up, and this year she moved into a starting role for us. I think as she grows older and more in the program, I think we'll see more natural leadership skills come out vocal-wise.
With so much responsibility already put on her shoulders, Manuelito believes there's still more to achieve in her final 2 seasons.
I'd see a lot more leadership, really putting more towards the team.
Once Manuelito wraps up her high school career, she hopes to apply her abilities to a different kind of court.
I would like to go into the law department, and I do look forward to playing basketball.
Raj Gallardi, NAZ Today.
I'm in there as Katie.
I'll call you later. Or, no, I won't. I'll text you because, what am I, your dad? Don't stay out too late.
Yeah, just text me.
Thank you. Get home safe. This must be what Antonio Brown feels like when he's dancing in the end zone.
Huh. This must be how Lucas felt when he finally got Katie's number.
Pepsi.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero ir. Danny, no lo puedo hacer.
DMC, life in your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs, just keeping it real.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
All right, exciting times. Calm before the storm out there today. A chilly, wintry type feel. Our high temperature 26 degrees, 20 degrees below the average here for us in mid-February, 0 degrees in Flagstaff this morning. All right, a look over downtown. Hasn't started snowing yet, but it is on the way. Current conditions at Flagstaff Pulliam Airport, 23 degrees right now. Winds gusting to 24 miles per hour. Storm system just starting to bear down here, and a quite unusual, atypical storm system for several reasons. Here you can see the total flow coming right out of the north, a very cold storm system, and this usually is not a storm track that brings very much snow when it comes out of the north. Usually we're looking for storms to come more off the Pacific Ocean, but this thing is going to be a very slow mover and actually really wind up here over the next 24 hours and back off the Southern California coast, allowing it to tap into some moisture off the Pacific Ocean, be here all day through Thursday, then swing through Arizona with one last little punch for us here through the day on Friday. So this storm system, 48 hours plus of moderate to heavy snowfall. It's going to really add up around here. Winter storm warnings, as we just talked about earlier in the show, all across northern and central eastern Arizona. That begins tonight, goes all the way into Friday night. Okay, so the when and where of this storm system tonight into the overnight. We start to see the snow showers develop across the region, kind of spotty here for the first few hours, but things picking up here during the overnight. Midday tomorrow into midday Friday will be the period of the heaviest snowfall, all the way down to 3,000 feet in elevation. That's for all northern central Arizona, all the way down to the desert and valley floors. And Friday afternoon into early Saturday, we will start to see the storm system taper off and the snow showers begin to come to an end. Okay, how about the snowfall accumulation map from the National Weather Service? 1 to 2 feet all along the Mogollon Rim. These browns, though, 3-4 feet along the eastern Mogollon Rim. If we just pick out a couple cities, Williams 19 to 25 inches, Flagstaff the same, Sedona 11 to 17. Prescott 17 to 23, Camp Verde 4 to 6 inches. Then you get out on the reservation up on Hopi Canyon, up to a foot of snow. This is a historic snowstorm for lower elevations. I have never seen anything quite like this, with places around Prescott up to 2 feet, Sedona seeing up to a foot plus of snow, 1.5 feet for Sedona. Just wild stuff. Okay, storm highlights, as we just mentioned, historic low elevation snow accumulations. We'll also have that we always talked about, the heaviest snow being Thursday into Friday morning. Looking for quite a bit of snow during this time period. We'll also have some wind, areas of blowing and drifting snow, even for areas that don't see much snow accumulation out on the reservation, Little Colorado River Valley, and also very cold temperatures going right into the weekend time frame. All right, for us tonight, snow showers 3 to 5 inches by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we're looking for up to a foot throughout the day. 26 snow, heavy chilly at times here in Flagstaff. Here's a look at your forecast numbers. Snowy day for everybody. 38 in Page tomorrow, 37 Sedona, and Payson 34. Okay, here's a look at the extended forecast for us here with the very cold temperatures, not only during the daytime, but it's very cold overnight as well, particularly as the storm system clears Friday night into the weekend. We're sub-zero here in Flagstaff, so big snowstorm for us.
It's kind of hard to believe that this storm is coming because it was so calm outside today, very sunny, but I guess it's the calm before the storm.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, Susie, what's going on in sports?
Well, we have a lot of very interesting things coming up in sports. Stay with us. We'll be back after the break.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello and welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Susie Conran. High school softball season is stepping up to the plate this weekend with scheduled games beginning tomorrow. Coming off a 9-9 overall record last year, the Flag High Eagles will start this season on the road against St. Mary's High School on the 22nd at 6 p.m. Their next game will be at home facing the Buckeye Hawks on the 26th at 3:45 p.m. and then back on the road again to take on the Glendale High School Cardinals at 7 p.m. on the 28th. Good luck to the Eagles as they start their season. Moving on from high school sports, let's dive into college basketball. The Lumberjacks visited the Sacramento State last weekend and came out on top with a final score of 78-66. Let's take a look at some of the game action. Hines headed into the fast break with Shelton trailing. He passes it back and Shelton slams it in. Avdalovich drives into the key. He kicks it out to Shelton, who does a beautiful step back to get behind the three. He shoots and scores. Shelton penetrates the key, kicks it to Bishop at the elbow, then Hines is an effective backdoor court and sails it in for an easy layup. Continuing on with college sports, let's look at the NAU women's basketball team. The Lumberjacks have an overall record of 9-15, but that didn't stop them from coming out on top against Sacramento State with a final score of 71-69. The Lady Jacks have had a few days to prepare to hit the road and take on the 14-9 Idaho Vandals tomorrow at 7 p.m. Swinging into women's golf, the NAU women's team just participated in the Rebel Beach Invitational in Las Vegas hosted by UNLV. The Lumberjacks finished at the bottom of 16 teams, being 82 over par and ending with an overall score of 946. Their next tournament will be the Grand Canyon Invitational hosted by Grand Canyon University in Phoenix on the 23rd and 24th of this month. Good luck to the Lumberjacks as they continue their season. Jumping into track and field, the Lumberjacks hosted the NAU Tune-Up Tournament over the weekend. The Lumberjacks competed in 13 events and received first place in 5 of those events. The Jacks will be hitting the road to attend the Big Sky Indoor Championships in Montana over the next 3 days. Good luck to the Lumberjacks. Let's check in on state professional sports. The Arizona Coyotes had a nail-biting game last night against the Oilers. The Coyotes started strong, scoring in their first goal in the second period. Things started getting interesting when the Oilers scored early in the third period. Not too long after the Oilers scored, the Coyotes came back on top with a goal in the middle of the third period. The Coyotes goalie was a hero for the team, saving 35 shot attempts throughout the game, helping the Coyotes get a win in a shootout with a final score of 3-2.
Well, Susie, I know spring training is right around the corner, and I know you're a big Yankees fan.
Big Yankees fan.
And unfortunately, they're not playing here in Arizona. Are there any teams that you're looking forward for the spring to go watch?
Really looking forward to seeing the Cubs, see what they have to offer, and the D-backs. I'm hoping the D-backs have a pretty good season this year.
All right, thanks for that, Susie.
All right, we'll take another look at weather. Stay with us.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather! Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark! We're just playing! We're just playing on trying to get you out of here!
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
All right, big snowstorm, 1.5 to 2 feet for us here in Flagstaff as the storm goes through Friday. Travel will be hazardous, if not impossible, over the next couple days, and snowpack roads probably go into Saturday as well. Travel will improve late weekend.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that, Lee. Well, due to incoming weather tomorrow and on Friday, we will not be broadcasting our show, so we wanted to let you know of a few things to check out this weekend. A new play is coming to Theatricals Theater. The cast of The Wolves is all female, and the storyline centers on a suburban soccer team who are navigating adolescence. The performances will be this Friday through Sunday through the 22nd and the 24th of this month. You can go online or call the number on your screen to get your ticket. Also, the opening reception for the Youth Art Expedition is Friday, February 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. It is the main gallery at the Coconino Center for the Arts and features artwork from students in the Flagstaff area. There will be more than 350 pieces of art. The expedition will be open February 23rd through March 30th.
Well, I'm wondering how that snow is going to affect those events and sports. So visit us at naztoday.com for more news stories because we will not be broadcasting again. Have a great night.